We are now connected with Batman enthusiasts and collectors Michael Hans, my
There you
fellow
go.
Hans, as well as Gotham Citizen Club founder Galih Aristo. Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining us. Probably Galih
Good
from
morning.
Gotham City.
Yeah, Galih from Gotham. You can already see the
Yes.
mask. And also Michael, just look at all, his Batman figures in the behind. Oh, this is going to be great, guys. All right.
Look at that Michael showing off the Batman figure over there.
Yeah, even the Batman Lego is there too.
Now, guys, what did reviewers say after Robert Pattinson took the role of Batman? Maybe we go to Mike first. What do you say?
Actually, many people doubted him at first,
Yeah.
especially people who don't really keep up with the movie world, right? Maybe because, like what you said, because of his breakout film where he became the shiny vampire, the Twilight film.
Shiny vampire. I love how you put it like that.
Yes. However, I also believe that he will make a good Batman based on his latest performances in movies such as The Lighthouse or Tenet. And he has the jawline, of course. That's probably one of the most important factors,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Oh, so you guys see it from the jawline too.
Yeah.
Right, because
Oh, you did not?
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's important.
Correct.
You need the jawline to be the
To be
Batman.
Batman. Yeah,
Right, because that just
it's only like
significance.
half part of your
Correct.
face being shown.
Correct.
And from Galih, what
Yeah.
say you?
I never have a doubt about Pattinson, yeah, because basically this happened a lot in DC movie. We saw what happened with the Heath Ledger, with the Joker.
Yeah,
People
iconic.
dubbed him before, and then Ben Affleck, people dubbed him before too, but turned out he's a good Batman.
Oh, all right. And you, from your
Yes.
jawline, it seems that you can be an Indonesian
Yeah,
Batman too, Galih.
you stand a chance.
I know. Pattinson is a great actor before, yeah.
Right.
He
He is.
despite all the sparkling vampire, he have so many others movie too.
Yeah.
Like he's playing at Tenet
Yes,
Yes.
from
Tenet.
Nolan, and
Yes.
Correct.
it's
He
good.
already shift from the twinkling and shining vampire. But, this is also a
Yes.
shift of Bruce Wayne. I know Galih has not watched the movie. Hans, has not watched the movie. Disclaimer first, because we are going to talk about the movie, guys. We know that Bruce Wayne is just, this very flamboyant,
very show off.
Exactly, and he came from a very aristocrat family of Gotham City, founder of Gotham City. But the way that Robert Pattinson played the character of Bruce Wayne is very different. He's more, dark and kind of like, not odd in a way. It's so very different than the Bruce Wayne persona that we saw in our, previous movies and whatnot in the story itself. So how do you like it this way, Michael, and also Galih? Let's go to you first, Galih.
okay. So this one is more the Batman, the greatest detective. So Batman have multiple roles
Yeah.
in the comic and the movies. So there's a Dark Knight, there's a Vengeance, and Pattinson is more like detective, like we can see from the latest movie,
Yeah.
also the review and everything. So he focusing on the skill become the detective.
Yeah, but he's just very odd though. He's like don't want to be around people because we know Bruce Wayne wants to
Very
be like around
social.
girls. Yeah,
Very social.
This is
Party.
antisocial.
Like probably the James Bond of Gotham.
Right.
Like with all the girls around him and stuff. I don't know about you, Michael. Do you agree that this Batman is actually kind of different from the usual Batman that people used to know?
Yes, that's true. Without spoiling too much, based on the teasers, trailers, and everything, we can see that this Bruce Wayne is a more emo kids types of
Right,
characters.
emo kids.
Maybe he reminded us with Kurt Cobain from Nirvana.
Yeah,
right.
like
Kurt
what you said.
Cobain. Yes, and also some emo kids like a personnel from My Chemical Romance, maybe. But
Yeah.
we have a more well-rounded character in this film because maybe we have been so familiar with the character since we've had so many iterations
Right.
of Batman and Bruce Wayne, right?
Right.
And that's why we can skip the whole origin story for
Yeah.
the sake of more story and character development in this film, actually.
But I also told you, Hans, about the Catwoman that played by Zoe Kravitz.
The
It
cat-
is
Oh my God.
amazing, mind-blowing.
You know, the first time I found out that Zoe Kravitz would
Yeah.
be the next Catwoman, I was like, no, that's actually the right role.
Exactly.
That is
That's a
actually-
perfect one, right?
That's a perfect one. I don't
Yeah.
know. Excuse me, Michael and also Galih, but for me, Anne Hathaway, it was a miscast.
Yeah, we were talking about
Yeah,
this.
we were talking about that. Like, why Catwoman should be should be a Catwoman? She's like too sweet and all,
Correct,
and
yeah.
Zoe Kravitz is like a badass
Yes,
one.
yes.
And do you agree that this new Batman is the best movie adaptation of the Cat Crusaders since Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, which you like the
I
most?
love the most.
Now
yeah.
let's go to Mike first.
Movie-wise, maybe yes,
Mm-hmm.
but character-wise, I still can't tell because with movies involving Batman, I may need to rewatch it for multiple times before I can decide.
Okay, so what about you, Galih?
Yes, I saw the reception from the fans and everything. It's great, but I don't know. I don't think. I think it's every Batman movie has a different aspect. So that what make it. You cannot compare it with the others because different approach every
Yeah.
Batman.
Now, on
That's
that
what-
note,
that's
on
what's
that note,
interesting about the Batman.
yeah, on that note, which Batman movie is your favorite and why?
Right now is Nolan, of course.
Nolan's, yeah.
The Dark Knight
Yes,
trilogy.
still Nolan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Michael,
What?
which one is your favorite?
For me, it's between The Dark Knight with the Joker, with the late Heath Ledger, and this Batman. But I also have special moment with The Dark Knight Rises since it was filmed around my apartment when I was still living in the US. I also attended the premiere of The Dark Knight Rises back then in
Right.
2012.
No, it's more
You
personal.
know, I have
I
special moment
know.
with that film.
And you know what, Michael, and also Galih and Hans, you know why I love the Dark Knight trilogy? It's because of the villains. You got Bane, you got Joker,
That
you
is
got
right.
Scarecrow,
That is
you
right.
got Ra's al Ghul. I mean, like, the villains are just, I love the villains more in a way sometimes. I'm like, I get you, and you scared me.
the
and
villains are more like even darker.
Exactly, right.
And even, how do you say it? It gives you some sort of the unrest feeling watching the
Correct.
movie.
And they have their own
Yes.
persona in
Yes.
the movie, not only about the Batman, but also the villain. Now, speaking about that, Michael and Galih, because you guys both love the Dark Knight trilogy, who's your favorite villain?
That's probably going
Of
to...
the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Michael first.
Villain, of course, the Joker, right?
Yeah, okay. All right, what about you, Galih?
In the Dark Knight trilogy, I like Bane.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's like wearing the
Yeah.
mask throughout the whole movie, and we're still scared of this guy.
I know.
Yes.
Just so psychotic
and
and
he's got
everything.
a badass voice.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
And, you know, the fact that DC's movies, or also Batman movies in particular,
Yeah.
They're very dark.
Yeah.
They're very dark. And with the villains, you can't just pinpoint which one is actually your favorite because they just make it even darker.
Exactly, that's right, and that's what Christopher Nolan is known for the best. But I mean, this new Batman movie
Yep.
is, I think it's apple to apple right here. All right, anyways, Michael, and also we have Galih and Hans and Caroline right here. We're gonna take a short break, right? But when we come back, Michael and Galih will still be able, right here, be with us as we're gonna talk more about Batman, Gotham, and many more to come.
Still talking about Batman and C morning shows, and we knew already which one is the favorite villain,
Yeah.
which Batman is the favorite one. But one thing that caught our eyes during the interview is actually the extensive collections of our friends
Yes.
over here. Now, let's say, Mike, how long have you been a Batman collector, and how many collectibles do you have? Because I can't really count at 7:41
in the morning.
in
on
the
Friday.
morning.
Actually, I've been a collector since for more than 20 years.
20
since I was
years?
a kid.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And how many collectibles do you have at the moment?
Maybe hundreds, because I'm actually an action figure collector, and that's why with action figures, it is possible for us to have hundreds actually.
So it is not exclusively like Batman only.
Only Batman,
Only
Batman,
Batman.
and mostly based on comic books, so action figures that are based on the comic books, not just from the movie.
And if we see the cabinet behind Galih as well,
Right.
it's like lots of it. So how long have you been collecting Batman action figures or anything Batman, Galih?
I started from the 209 2010 ya 2010.
2010.
2010.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, 2010 and start growing from there lah.
And how many
that's,
collectibles do you have at the moment?
Actually, I never counted, but I have two other room
Oh wow.
beside there.
Full of it?
Wow. So do you let
Yes.
I mean, like your nephews or nieces or maybe your children to play with it? Because if I were you, I'm like, no, those are mine. But you know, because of you guys, even though you guys have a lot, Galih and Michael, you must have one that is very sentimental for you, whether that's hard to find,
Yeah.
or maybe it's the only one that you could find in the world. I mean, which would that be, Michael and
Yo, which
also
one
Galih?
is the most sentimental or probably special for you, Galih, as well?
Let's go to Galih first.
Me?
Yes.
Galih.
Oh, okay. I have this tiny tumbler.
That's the
Yes.
Batmobile, right?
The tumbler, from the Dark Knight.
Right.
Yes.
Why is it
Yeah.
sentimental for you?
Right now, this is become my favorite because this is the hard to find. It's a Toys Roca brand.
Okay.
It's quite rare in Indonesia. You have to order it online to get it.
Okay, and that's not gonna
It's
be easy.
Japan. It's made in Japan.
Okay.
Yes.
So Galih, so
It's
let's say
just cute. I love it.
so let's say right now I want to go online. Can I buy it right now, or does it take you days for you to search it?
Good luck to find it.
That's a
It's
good one.
very hard right now because
That's a
it's
good-
already out of production.
Out of production. Michael, do you
Yes.
have that particular item?
Actually, no.
So which one is the most sentimental to you?
For me, actually, I don't have all my collections right now because I'm currently at my office room right now. This is my office space.
Okay.
But I can show you some items I have here with me. This is actually a vampire Batman
Oh,
here. Can you see it?
Ah.
Not the Robert
wow.
Pattinson vampire, but actually a real vampire. I bought this maybe decades ago since it was first released, and it is still it's discontinued. Maybe Galih can also confirm. It's become very
Yes,
rare,
I have
and
one too
also the
inside there.
prices has multiplied exponentially right now. I also have another one here. This is actually, in short, this is a zombie Batman. Pretty
Oh my
much.
goodness! All right.
This is also this has become very rare as well right now.
Right.
Actually, I can share these two that are currently available at my office right now.
well, being the fan of Batman doesn't mean that you can only watch it on TV because they also have like collectible items.
Yeah.
Even Galih took it way further than that, being the founder of Gotham Citizen Club. Can you? You must have some reasons behind it.
Yeah.
What made you started this Gotham Citizen Club?
It all started with one game,
Game. What game?
the Arkham Asylum. Yes, it's one of the greatest Batman game, yeah.
Okay.
So I started after I'm playing that because I want to meet with the other fans in Indonesia. So I start the Gotham Citizen Club. and we starting discussion and collecting together, hunting all the collectibles together from there.
How many members are
we-
there?
Right now is 8 ribuan kurang lebih ya.
Wow,
8,000
8,000 members.
Wow.
Yes.
You truly can make your own city with 8,000
Yeah.
people, Galih. So
Gotham
yes,
City.
Gotham City, a la Galih. My goodness. So okay, when you're like you regroup, when you hang out, I mean, what do you guys talk about the movies? You know, you're trying to find more collectibles. What happened during the pandemic though? Because you know we can't meet with people and whatnot.
Yes, we gather online.
And what do you usually talk
Yes,
about?
we use most of the Batman universe, Batman collectibles, where to get it, where to hunt all the collectibles, those kind of things. But we also have a regular charity program.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So we embrace the Batman nature of the what is it called, the yatim piatu ya,
Yeah, the orphanage, right?
the orphanage, yeah. So we often go there and give them something in
Right.
once a year lah.
So
Right.
it's more than just a community.
Yes.
We want to tell them being orphan is not the end of everything. So you can still be Batman.
That is true.
Good one. Oh my gosh.
That
I
is
can't-
actually
I
a
can't imagine this. I just watched this yesterday. You know how the Wayne's family, you know, with the orphanage and whatnot. And now Galih's speaking about this.
Yes. But how do we join the community? Let's say I'm like a diehard fan of Batman and I found this Gotham Citizen Club. How can I join?
You can join in Facebook groups. We most active in the Facebook groups, Gotham Citizen Club. Just ask join and that's it.
And we
You're
are
become one of us.
part of the city, part of the Gotham Citizens Nationals.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
also, you know, we want to talk. If you're talking about collection and this collectibles, we know this is not, you know, and it's not. Sometimes they're affordable, you know, if you can find it, but some in a very high price. So, Michael, especially as a collector, and also Galih, where do you usually get your collectibles from, and how much funding would you want to let out for
Yeah.
something that you want to add on in your collection?
Yeah.
To what extent? Yeah, go ahead,
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah. Oh, okay. For me, I get it from many sources actually. Convention, you know, like trade shows sometimes. Online shopping, of course, eBay. Facebook groups such as the Gotham Citizen Facebook groups.
Okay.
But currently, maybe towards online platform, considering the pandemic, we cannot go to any convention or exhibition right now.
So how much of a collectible that you are, I don't know, how do you say it? You are budgeting?
Yes, right.
Like to what
Budget.
extent? To how far can you go with
Michael
the
is
price?
laughing when you're talking about the budget because your budget is no limitless.
I don't usually check on price tags because usually I buy based on value, not just price. So that's my defense.
All right.
All right.
What about you, Galih?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm agree with Michael. There is you cannot put a price on a rare items.
Like the Batmobile.
That's what
Yes.
that's what you call an enthusiast, Hans. 'Cause
Enthusiast,
there's
that's
no
right.
price tag
Yes.
in it.
That's
as long
right.
as they
Is
get
there, Galih, is there any collectibles that you are still looking for at the moment?
Right now, I guess the Pattinson. I want to buy the toys.
It will never stop,
I
eh?
know. What about you, Michael? Is there something that you have
Yeah.
not have yet or obtained yet that you want to get your hands on?
Actually, a lot.
A
I have
lot.
my own wish list and checklist actually on my cell phone.
All right. If we're seeing right now, Michael, is there the one that you can show us that's the most, that took out a lot of budget? A lot of your budget for this one?
Like what I've said, I usually don't really check on the prices, but I can show you one of my most priceless collection. Actually, this is not an action figure. This is a comic book. As you can see here, this is called Hush, Batman Hush. The series written by Jim Lee. So Jim Lee is one of the comic book artists. He is it's like one of the biggest guy in the comic book world. And I have this signed by Jim Lee himself.
Wow. That is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why this is probably one of my most priceless collections.
Right. And it's just because, sometimes we're parents, when their children is asking, Mom, can I buy this? And they're probably such a fanatic, whether that's on DC League or any other, form of superheroes. And sometimes we're reluctant, right? Oh, you're not going to take care of it. If we tell them, there's like Uncle Michael and Uncle Galih, if you make it like this, because it has become valuable items, right?
That's right. That is right.
One day people are going to look for it, and it's just going to be an investment for you.
Oh, yeah. That is truly an investment. So if you guys want to retire, actually, you can. Just sell all of those things.
Right.
Now, Galih and Michael, thank you so much for your time and being with us. And hopefully
Thanks
we
for
can.
having us.
Yes, of course, we can talk more about Batman in the future. Don't you think so?
Yes, and of course, thank you to Galih for the community Gotham Citizen Club,
thank you.
and what you're doing also, not only just gathering, but you're doing some good deeds also for the people out there. So thank you.